Jordan, can you tell us what's happening? What's the latest on DAPL? Can you tell us?
Yeah, so basically, the governor, the tribe actually agreed to the date, had a deadline of yesterday for the main camp, Ocheti-Sacoan, which at one point had as many as 10,000 water protectors there, to clear out. Technically, that's Army Corps land; it's federal. I'm saying technically because it's really their land as per 19th century treaties, but the government doesn't honor treaties, obviously. So yesterday they started raiding people. They arrested journalists also. It would take me too long, but they had these crazy rules that you had to go through the governor's office and the police to literally ask for credentials to watch them brutalize people. It's crazy. But so the raid began yesterday and ended today. At this point, 45 people have been arrested. There's been several people that were roughed up by the police. I did 2 videos on it today. One was a water protector asking police questions, and they attacked him. And I don't have it confirmed whether his hip was broken, but he was hospitalized. He's out now. Another water protector was tasered at the nearby hotel and casino by a police officer. As far as I know right now, friend of the show, Michael Wood, he has a group, Veteran Stand. I talked to him an hour ago. He doesn't know where any of his veterans are. They were in some type of confrontation with police. So essentially what happened was the governor releasing the oil police, as I call them, to round up water protectors, kick them out of camp. And now they're basically going to be really manning and patrolling the camp until the pipeline is finished. So they continue protecting this oil company as they drill. And all of what's being lost in this, Jimmy, Standing Rock Sioux Tribe, Cheyenne River Tribe, last week, they lost a court hearing for a temporary injunction to stop it. At that time, the lawyer for Energy Transfer Partners literally said, and I quote, we're trying to finish this quickly to make up for lost time. So they're telegraphing that there's going to be a spill because they are speeding. At first, they said it will take 60 days to drill. Then they came out and said, we're going to have it done in 30. So it's a travesty what's going on. And by the way, don't just blame Trump, because Obama, through his inaction for months, set this in motion.
So this is it then. So then all the protests failed?
There's still one camp left. It's called Sacred Stone Camp. It has between, I'd say, 500 and 1,000 people left. It's not. It wasn't the closest camp to where they're drilling. So right now it's kind of a little ambiguous whether they're going to raid that camp or not. I am speaking on a daily basis with the Native American woman who owns the land, but they haven't been following the laws. So even if she owns the land, the BIA police might just come in and say, oh, it's federal, and kick everybody out. Really what's going on is President Trump, it was in the news a few weeks ago, dispensed a whole lot more BIA police, which are the Native American police. There's Army Corps of Engineers. There's National Guard down there. They're just trying to kick every last, hippie agitator, as they call them, to let the oil company drill in peace. Really, the action is outside of Standing Rock now. February 27th is another hearing where a judge in D.C. is going to be hearing the case brought by Standing Rock Sioux and Cheyenne River on religious freedom. They argued their religious rights are at risk because the water is sacred to them. If that fails, Standing Rock Sioux Tribe recently filed for summary judgment, which is essentially asking the judge for an expedited ruling on the overall lawsuit. Their lawsuit against the Army Corps of Engineers is still in motion.
Okay, so that's all very discouraging news. So,
yep. And by the way, let me remind you, Warren Buffett is one of the largest shareholders in Dakota Access Pipeline. So as great as it is, and President Trump, but, the patron saint, which CNBC and all these networks like to blow when they cover him, not literally, he's kind of old. He owns a lot of shares. President Trump does. Chuck Schumer hasn't said a word. Nancy Pelosi hasn't said a word. Elizabeth Warren hasn't said a word. We don't expect Republicans to come out and fight for this. But the Democratic leaders doing nothing.
Hey, if you enjoyed this clip of Aggressive Progressive, why not become a member of the TYT network and you can watch the whole hour. You know, we do a show every Thursday and then you can watch it live when it happens as a member, or you can watch it later at your convenience because you get access to the podcast of Aggressive Progressive and other ways to get a hold of it. There's lots of stuff. Come become a member at tytnetwork.com/join.